So, I am a 24-year-old British person that moved from the UK to Australia when I was 21 years old. I had the most amazing time in Australia, and I definitely learnt a lot during my time there about what life is like in Australia compared to what it's like in the UK. And there were definitely some things which took me by surprise, and things that I didn't expect, things that I definitely didn't understand as a British person that's moved there, things which I'd never seen in the UK, which are fairly normal, which I'd never really experienced before. And that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to go into some things which I could not understand that people do in Australia, and things that happen in Australia which you would never see in the UK. So before we get into it, make sure you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you for the support, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. The first point is Australians are so opinionated about each place. Everyone in Australia has their favourite places, whether it's where they live or their favourite place in Australia, and they're so defensive about it. And there's such a debate when it comes to what the best city is in Australia, what's the best. Everyone is Sydney over Melbourne or Melbourne over Sydney, and everyone has their favourite place and they will do anything to defend it. They are so defensive about that one place in particular that they love. I noticed this particularly posting on social media. Obviously I give a lot of my opinions on which places I like the most, places I've travelled, and it definitely sparks a lot of debate in the comments, and a lot of Aussies get very annoyed and pretty defensive about their place, especially if you have a negative word to say about it. They're very passionate, like they either hate a place or they love it, and it's very hard to convince them otherwise. And I think the reason this stood out to me so much, having moved from the UK, is because this isn't really a thing in the UK. No one's really that passionate about where they come from. I mean, people are patriotic, of course, like I am, like I'm proud to be from the UK, but no one's really defensive about their hometown, for example. If you take, for example, someone who lives in Sydney and you say, oh, I don't like Sydney, it's boring, they're probably not gonna like you. They're gonna be like, what do you mean? Sydney's the best city in Australia. Compared to if you go to the UK and you say, I don't like London, people are gonna be like, well, yeah. Or even if they do, they're just like unbothered. People are not really opinionated about places in the UK. Everyone's just kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. I think either the UK is a bit shit, so people just kind of accept it and don't get offended when people say they don't like it, compared to in Australia, which actually is nice. Maybe that's why they get more offended. But in the UK, no one really cares. Like, people say, no one's like, oh yeah, London's better than Manchester. Like, you just don't hear it. But in Australia, everyone's so like, it's like a competition almost between each place, and people get so defensive about their city, which I kind of respect, to be honest, because you don't see it so much in the UK. Number two, this one's pretty weird, to be honest. It's the fact that people walk barefoot everywhere. Now, this was something I noticed in Australia, and why does everyone walk barefoot literally everywhere they go? In the shopping centres, in cafes, like in the shops, everywhere. Like, people just walk around barefoot. It's such an Australian thing. I did a TikTok on this and everyone was saying, yeah, it's completely normal in Australia. I'm sorry, in the UK, if you walked around a shopping centre barefoot, people would think you're like homeless or something, like what are you doing? But in Australia, it's just normal to walk around barefoot, which, fair enough. The worst ones are the people who wear jeans but then go barefoot. Like, how does that work? A bit weird in my opinion, definitely something you wouldn't see in the UK, probably because it's too cold, but even if it was hot, it's just not really ideal. No one wants to see your feet when you're out at a restaurant, do you know what I mean? Number three is they shorten every long word, but lengthen short words. It's like the opposite. They will shorten every word, whether that's a place name or just anything. Australians are very known for shortening words. Like, for example, instead of saying afternoon, they'll just say arvo. Tell me another country other than Australia that would do that. It's pretty funny, to be honest. The bit I don't understand is how they lengthen short words though. Like, surely that contradicts the whole idea of shortening the long words. But yeah, definitely a funny thing that I noticed, and something which, yeah, you don't really get in the UK. There's a lot of slang in the UK, but yeah, we don't really do the whole shortening words and stuff, which was definitely a new thing in Australia that I noticed. Number four is, why does every guy have a mullet and a moustache? I didn't know this was like the Australian look, but moving to Australia and going out especially, why does 90% of the guys in Australia have a mustache and a mullet? I feel like mullets are just popular now everywhere. I'm seeing them even in the UK, people are getting mullets, but I'd never really seen many before I moved to Australia until I saw every single guy my age with a mullet and a mustache. Like, why is everyone doing that? That combined with the barefoot is yeah, a bit of a funny combination. And number 5, the last thing that I do not understand about Australia is how people celebrate Christmas in 35-degree heat. Basically celebrating Christmas in the middle of summer. This was definitely a weird experience. I had 2 Christmases in Australia. One of them particularly stood out for me, and that was when we were in Perth. It was 35 degrees. And let me tell you, it did not feel like Christmas at all. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. It was an amazing day and definitely an experience, definitely a Christmas that I'm gonna remember forever, for sure. It was such a good Christmas, but it did not feel like Christmas. I don't know how you guys celebrate Christmas, putting Christmas trees up, decorations, all that kind of thing in the middle of summer. It doesn't feel like Christmas. Yes, it's a great time, it's a great celebration because you're having a barbecue and drinking and having fun, but yeah, it does not feel like Christmas at all. So they are 5 things that, as a British person moving to Australia, I could not understand. Some little funny things which you definitely wouldn't see in the UK, but things that I noticed about people in Australia or just about the culture in Australia. Personally, I loved it. I think Aussies are very nice as well. And even though I wouldn't do some of these things myself, like the mullet and the mustache for sure, and the barefoot in the shops, I definitely respect some things like the whole defensive vibes towards their city, where they come from, and towards the country as well. In the UK, everyone just, no one's going to take offense in the UK if you say something bad. In Australia, it is the complete opposite, which in a way I do respect. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you very soon with another video.